Hello. Hey, my name is Scott Townsend. I'm the Assistant Dean of the Graduate School here at Trinity Bible College and Graduate School. It's my privilege today to provide just a little bit of a devotional. We'll be looking at Matthew chapter 13. And we're not gonna read the whole thing because it is a bit lengthy. So I would encourage you maybe to read it and then come back to this devotional. But in this chapter, Jesus uses a phrase, the kingdom of heaven is like, multiple times throughout that chapter. The things that Jesus compares the kingdom of God to are things like yeast, a pearl, a net, mustard seed, and treasure. Now, most of these items have nothing in common, except of course the treasure and pearl. So what is it that Jesus is trying to say? The kingdom of heaven is like what in comparison to these things? Well, yeast is not in Jewish culture innately evil. It was only during the festivals that God commanded that yeast to be taken out of the house. Otherwise, they could certainly use it. So what is yeast like with regard to the kingdom of heaven? How about pearls? Pearls were seen as uniquely valuable in antiquity. But the problem comes in when the merchant of the pearls finds the most beautiful one and he sells everything that he has to get it. What's the kingdom of God like with regard to that? Then, of course, there's the mustard seed, which actually isn't really the smallest seed known to man. It may have been one of the smallest seeds known to Jesus during his day. And, of course, the net parable is likely not referring to the kingdom of God catching good fish in contrast with hell, discarding the bad fish. We may inadvertently assume that conclusion because Jesus says that bad fish were thrown away. And at the end of the age, the angels will throw the wicked into a blazing furnace. So what is it that Jesus is talking about with regard to the kingdom of God is like this net? Well, the kingdom of heaven is pervasive, initially unnoticed, but in time noticeable. The kingdom of God grows within us individually and corporately. As we allow the teaching and the benefit of the kingdom of heaven to overwhelm our hearts and lives, we are made better, more noticeably like God in our belief and our actions. When the kingdom of heaven takes root in our lives, we will do whatever it takes to ensure that we maintain possession of it. Even if we, as Jesus said in another passage, make decisions and conduct ourselves in a manner that appears to be at odds with our own family. As followers of the teachings of Jesus, as we allow the kingdom of heaven to grow in our lives, we will become people of love and care, providing people, even God's creation, with the care and love that they deserve because they were created by a loving God. We will be people who act according to the teachings of Jesus, who do the things in accordance with the kingdom of heaven. So I want to encourage you to read this chapter and read it in light of what it is that Jesus is saying in regard to the kingdom of heaven and our response to it on this earth, to God's creation, to our possessions, and so on. So what is it that the kingdom of heaven is saying? Is it that growth of the kingdom in our lives, in our communities, and in our worlds, which we as Jesus followers are passionate to follow and to live out?